That's how we start that. Get this laugh.
We're just gonna start it off. It's DFS, Stats and Facts. With your boy back and back. Boys. Make sure you give the ring a tap.
Every time.
Please subscribe and all that, baby. Look, man.
You can't be perfect. You just can't be.
You can't be.
We gave it to you great last week.
I don't think it would be right if it was perfect.
It wouldn't be, so.
But yo, man, we on the fly. I gotta give a shout out to Burlington County Library. Giving us some space, especially last minute. I'll reserve next time. This will be the new spot, though. We gonna get...
See the board in the background. So we can
pretty hype, man.
I grab some magnets.
We're gonna get some magnets, slap them on there.
Yeah, for real.
But we're gonna get right into it, man. Elite sleeps. Anybody sleeping on this
man,
week?
I got some elite sleeps for y'all out there.
Let's get it.
Tyler Boyd.
Okay.
Cincinnati Bengals. They going against the Ravens. I'm a Ravens fan, so I'm letting you know right now. We've been getting chewed up in our secondary week after week after week. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what our record is, our secondary hasn't been performing well. Juju went off on us. Jarvis Landry went off on us. Chiefs receivers went off on us. Larry Fitzgerald went off on us. So it just seems to be a trend. The only team that didn't go off us was the Dolphins. We know them, so you know why they didn't go off. They just the worst. But Tyler Boyd is definitely one of my elite sleeps. You should definitely look out for him. I think he's going to have a good week.
All right, I'm going to go Matthew Stafford, elite sleep this week. Why? I'll tell you why. He was balling before his bye week, and I think that continues going up against the Packers.
Facts.
It's going to be an NFC North battle. AR, you already know he's going to do, but Matthew Stafford is probably going to play keep-up football.
He is.
I'm going to go with him this week. That's my only elite sleep, man. Been giving y'all too much.
I'm going to give y'all one more, though.
Let's go.
In a good matchup, because they're playing the Dolphins. Terry McLaurin, wide receiver for the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
It's definitely another sleeper right there.
Even with Colt McCoy?
Listen, man, they playing the Dolphins, you feel me? If I'm throwing the ball, we're going to score. And I can't throw. You feel me? So,
you know, put him in as a flex. I do have him on one of my fantasy teams, so yeah, I might have to do that.
That's definitely one of these sleeps.
I like that. We got a little lead. We're going to go to Stars in Charge, man. Stars in Charge. Christian McCaffrey, man. Yeah. You saw what he did last week, man.
Thanks.
Again, like we said, we were really on the fly. Forgive us if we don't have all the stats, but we will have them. Christian McCaffrey, if you can look him up real quick.
Oh, yeah, facts. Ain't no thing.
But he was balling.
I mean, I don't even got to look up the stats. If you watching this show, you know what Christian McCaffrey. I'm not even looking at the stats.
You know what he did, You know what
he did.
Christian McCaffrey did last week. It was crazy. He's leading. He is leading all rushers right now. Yeah. As well. So Christian McCaffrey. Enough said.
There's enough said.
To be honest. Who you got?
For my Stars in Charge, I got my man Stephon Diggs, star receiver playing against the Eagles, one of the worst secondaries in the league.
Damn.
I know you got the Eagles hat on, but it's just facts.
I got the shirt on too.
Ooh, but it's just the facts. Man. I got my man Stephon Diggs. Actually, I'm gonna go to receiving core of the.
I was gonna say you can't forget about Thielen.
So I'm gonna say both. I'm just gonna say the duo of the Minnesota Vikings receiving core. After Kirk apologized, he got Adam Thielen the ball last week and Stephon Diggs.
I appreciated that too.
And I think he's going to do the same thing this week. Definitely with the Eagles front seven going to be all over Dalvin. There's no hope for the Eagles to win the game if they let Dalvin one round with a bad secondary they already have. So I expect them to be all over Dalvin and making Kirk Cousins make the throws all game. And maybe forcing some turnovers. Because even though the DBs are bad, Kirk Cousins isn't that great. He ain't Aaron Rodgers. So he ain't just going to carve you up all game. He has to keep throwing it. So, but I do still think that Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs are going to kill.
I personally thank Adam Thielen for 33 fantasy points last week.
He did.
Needed that.
He did.
Who we got? Stars in Charge? We still on? Kyler Murray? Kyler Murray? I want to throw him up there. He had a really big game last week, and my thing is that he's finally getting out of his shell a little bit. I feel like he was moving around, he was running around more, like getting back to what he did in his college days. So I picked up on that, and I was like, yo, if he keeps this up, you got Larry Fitzgerald. That's pretty much his number one receiver right now, as it should be. Christian Kirk is coming back off an injury, so we'll see what he does. But yo, Kyler Murray, kudos to that man. He was balling last week. Definitely a star in charge this week.
My other star in charge this week is the boy Lamar Jackson. They playing Cincinnati. They're just ass. There's no other way to slice it. They 0-5. It's gonna be a tough game, but he's been killing all year. He averages 21 fantasy points a game, and we know this is a big win. With the Browns losing last week, we can one up. They have another tough game.
Browns
They got an easy game.
period.
So.
Only thing they leading right now is in commercials.
Facts.
Baker Mayfield leading the way with commercials.
That's facts, though.
I got one more star in charge. Deshaun Watson, another man I got to personally thank.
He's actually going to be the QB question this week.
When we get to Lamar is one of my QB questions as well. Yeah. But Deshaun Watson, man.
Don't ever have Lamar.
Nah, he's definitely in there. No. I got a couple questions for him. But
question of balling.
Deshaun Watson, straight up baller last week again, man. Just finally getting back. Right? Yeah, Sheesh. They were really balling last week. Texans needed that too.
Yeah, did.
I feel like it was really, they were like
Will Fuller was
back into it.
Was he killing?
Will Fuller was everywhere, including my bench, because I have so many receivers in this one league, and I was like, Will Fuller, he hasn't been really doing anything, so I could put him on the bench. I could have put Hopkins on the bench. Who's doing that? But I could have did it and put Fuller in, and I'd have been straight. Still end up winning. But still, it hurt to watch.
Before we move, I want to say this, though. Last week,
what you got?
In fantasy was probably the most I ever seen people putting up 35 or more points, like getting close to it. Like, it was so many players that I think like 4 or 5 people put 40 points up last week.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm like, bro, I never seen as many people putting up 40 points than other people with 35, 37, 38. Mm-hmm. It was just so many people balling. It was crazy, man. It was a good week in fantasy if you had those players. And it wasn't like, how sometimes in weeks it'd be like, damn, man, I had to play Christian McCaffrey and he had 50 points and then my guys had regular. Like, nah, it was a lot of people out there that was playing. I was like, in my league, I had Christian McCaffrey and somebody else had Will Fuller that I was playing against. So it was like, dang, they evening out. So it was like, it wasn't that. That boost that a couple games where
it was more evenly matched.
It was evenly matched. It was a lot of people going off.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a good week.
All right, bums to stay away from. I actually brought him up. Baker Mayfield. Like I said, he's only leading the way with commercials. Everything else is looking really suspect. That Monday, was it a Monday night game?
Yeah, it was Monday night game.
Monday night game was looking really crazy. Everybody else, I feel like, was trying to do their thing, but it's hard to do their thing, especially on offense, when your quarterback is not doing anything for you. And Baker Mayfield, keeps saying, my fault, it's on me. But, bro, we already knew it was on you.
Facts.
You got to pick it up. You got all those receivers. Bro, come on. Nick Chubb, the stud. Like, come on, bro. Even the defense was doing what they were supposed to do. So, Baker Mayfield, man, bum to stay away from.
My bum to stay away from this week is Philip Lindsay.
Really?
They're playing the Titans. I think their defense is really stout.
Bum to stay away from list.
You know what I'm saying? It's not an every week appearance for him like Andy Dalton, but
he'll always be on there.
He will always be on there.
Permanent.
Just you might want to shy away from him. I'm not. He could have. That's for me personally. I probably wouldn't start him. Joe Flacco hasn't been playing well, so they're keying in on them type of people. So that's what I would say.
Yeah. Balling on the bench. Yeah, a couple people balling on the bench. Yeah. I did. I already said it. Will Fuller, he's balling on my bench. Pissed me off.
It probably was like, who? Oh, man. It was somebody that was balling on my bench last week. And it had me very upset, but I can't remember it right now.
It was a lot. Last week was really a lot going on.
So there was a lot of people that was definitely balling last week.
Not too many.
If anybody didn't start the Patriots defense last night, I hate you. Because we told you.
That was a no-brainer. Also told you about Golden Tate, and guess who ended up scoring? Golden Tate was at least.
We definitely told y'all about some good people. Like, if y'all follow us and listen, you can only hate yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. My ball on the bench, like I said, it was Juju Smith. He was having such a bad year. I had put him on the bench, and then he went off for 20 points for me, and I ended up losing by 0.4 points. In my league that week, and he would have definitely blown it out the water. That's the heartbreaker.
Dang. All right, well, let's get into the DFS value. You might as well leave that joint on.
Yeah.
We're going to get right into the DFL. Off of lineups alone, just looking at lineups, I'm going to go DJ Shark. I don't care what his price is. Grab him.
Yeah.
That is his number. That is Minshew's number one target. I said it before.
And he scored every game.
Yeah,
Every
it's
game.
DJ Shark.
He hasn't scored, not scored in the game.
Pick him up. Shark, whatever. You
But
know what I'm talking
value
about.
wise, like I said, brought up in the league sleep. Boyd and McLaurin, they're great value at 6,400.
You can definitely stack with them.
On FanDuel. I'm not sure on DraftKings.
We'll do FanDuel first.
But you got to sign into DraftKings unless you really create an account.
We'll just do all FanDuel today because we're really on the fly. Someone else has to come in here.
Stephon Diggs, like I mentioned earlier, he's at 5,800, even less. That's some great value at the receiver position. Will Fuller shot all the way up last week. He was like 5.
But is Will Fuller going to do that again?
That's what I'm saying. But
you know
you know how it is. At the QB position, if you want to, I don't think there's a value. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think if you want to go higher on that, I would just go with Pat Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. I mean, that's the game of the week. Texans, Chiefs. It's probably going to be a shootout. You've seen what the Texans did last week.
For him too, man.
So we're going to see. But if you want the value, Kirk Cousins is a good value for me. Gardner Minshew, 7,000, 6,900, the two of them. That's some good value right there for them too. I got a QB question for another QB.
Move it over a little bit. I'll give them my values. I got a couple of values. Yeah. But anyway, let me find that real quick. Bang. Again, we apologize. It's a lot going on today.
Yeah, we didn't really get to prepare beforehand.
Daughter Mercy in like the other room. It's very real today.
Why is it not working?
Nothing wants to work today.
Yeah, we've been having problems with everything.
Yeah, I would just go off a fresh mind and or that. Okay, I just popped back up. I was about to get busy. It's hard to say, man. I would stay away from Matt Ryan.
That's a fact.
Too. That's definitely.
But I mean, it's half and half because they are playing the Cardinals and the Cardinals. So.
But I'm gonna stay away from him as well. I don't care if he's coming back. Sam Darnold. Stay away from him.
And that's crazy because he's gonna be my QB question.
What's he gonna do? He's at 6'7".
What's he gonna do?
I'm definitely not taking him for 6'7".
No, I'm not taking him for 6'7" too. But go ahead. We'll talk about QB question.
Yeah. I like Damian Williams at 6'6". Against Houston, I still think he's gonna get a touchdown. Jordan Howard against Minnesota, no, absolutely not. No, it's only really have a couple. I can't really give you too many, but I'm seeing a couple people. But the main guy I did want to bring up is Derrick Henry, going up against Denver, because they are 22nd against the rush. So Derrick Henry running back wise. Okay. And then I'll let you go on the wide receivers, and then I'll go on mine.
Well, yeah, I think I went into it. I already touched on McLaurin and Stephon Diggs.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah. You did. Another person that is for good value is Gallup. Michael Gallup for the
Mohamed Sanu too. I don't know if it's just gonna be a one game again. Like I just said, stay away from Matt Ryan. So Mohamed Sanu at 6,000 though on FanDuel. He could have a good game. So
I think
another good guy.
Gallup's come back this week, right?
He came back last week.
Oh, he came back last week.
Yeah, he came back last week. Tight ends though. They lost too. Yeah. They played the Packers.
With the Packers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Oh yeah, he killed last week.
Yeah.
Gallup, 7 catches, 113, a touchdown.
That's on the low. That's Dak Prescott's favorite ball.
Yeah.
Seriously, he was hurting a little bit when he was gone from injury, but now that he's back already, 20 points on fantasy. Something else.
Him and Amari went on.
Can't give y'all too many, but tight end wise, again, just looking at matchups, I would go Kittle against the Rams defense. You can easily go Zach Ertz, but you know what? Also Dallas Goedert, because they're starting. If the Eagles continue to put him in the way they have been running them, I would go easily Dallas Goedert. I'll give you his price real quick. Zach Ertz is at 6'6", but Dallas Goedert is all the way down here at 4'5". So you could easily stack more wideouts, like high valued wideouts if you wanted, and take Dallas Goedert, because I'm trying to tell you, he's getting the yards and he might even get one of those cheap touchdowns. Okay. Just never know.
All right, let's move on to the next category.
Yeah. So just to shout out a couple injuries. You already knew about Gallman. Hillman played last night. 3.5 in fantasy, really blew. Hollywood Brown, he's still injured. Y'all had a couple people.
Yeah, and Mark Andrews, but they both gonna play. Don't worry, they're gonna play.
They're both gonna play.
But they are injured though, so.
Real quick moment for Mason Rudolph, man. I really hope he gets back because that hit was really scary, and all the helmet literally hit his skin. Like it wasn't helmet, the helmet was helmet to skin. So hopefully he's all right on Mason Rudolph. That's it on injuries. Flying right into badass kickers. You have the Jets kicker. I don't even know his name. Don't want to know his name. He's garbage. Stay away from him. You had Robbie Gould missed one, and that hurt because I actually met Robbie Gould before and told him. And that year he was my fantasy kicker. We got a good laugh. Took a picture right in Washington. So shout out Robbie Gould. That was really cool. Santos, badass kicker. He missed. Who missed 4 of them?
Who missed 4?
I think it was Santos.
Probably did. Yeah,
Santos missed 4 of them, so stay away from Santos. And Mayer missed 1. He actually might have missed a couple. But yeah.
That's some kickers for you.
That was really quick. Just fly through.
Yeah, I guess we'll get to the QB questions.
Because we got a couple of them.
Really, who's gonna? For me, my one QB question is the team going to rally around Sam Darnold being back? They came into the season not with high expectations, but better expectations than getting blown out every week. Now that he's back after missing 4 weeks, basically.
Is he going to rile himself up?
Yeah, I mean, he's the leader of the team.
What has he been doing these last 4 weeks? Have he been really with Mono, chilling in the crib, his girl, the dog, the kid? Or have you really been like, yo, look at my team right now. We're really on our 3rd quarterback.
Yeah.
Not all on me, but what am I going to do when I get back?
Yeah, facts.
I feel like he has to pick himself up and really get the Jets where they should be.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell, because Le'Veon, look, he left the Steelers. He'll leave y'all too.
Yeah.
So you might want to get it together.
Yeah, facts.
That's a good question though, man.
And then who's gonna? My question to you is, who's gonna have the better day, Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson? That is my unique question of the week for the game.
It's crazy if you go off. If you're naive and go off of last week alone and see Patrick Mahomes' performance against Deshaun Watson, you would easily be like, yo, Deshaun Watson is going to have the better day. Having them both on my fantasy team before, fantasy-wise, I'm going to say, especially if Deshaun Watson has the struggles in the beginning, Patrick Mahomes, I think he wants it more. I think he's going to go out
especially
there.
coming off a loss.
Yeah, and get right back in his MVP candidate ways. And Deshaun can easily
It's going to be a good one.
decrease.
It's going to be a good one.
So, yeah.
It's definitely going to be a good one.
I had a question for Lamar, though, man.
No questions needed.
Is my boy slumping?
Slumping.
Yeah, he's been decreasing a little bit and turning on a little late.
And turn
so
on make me mad.
What is going to happen this week against?
It's Cincinnati. It's tough though. It's a division game. I feel like the last 2 weeks against the Steelers and the Browns. The Browns one I really don't put on him. Last week I put on him. It shouldn't even been that close to the game. He had a lot of not ill-advised throws. The one if you really I watch the games now. I really watch it. The couple interceptions, he had 3 of them. It's too many. The one he threw really wasn't his fault. It really wasn't his fault. The second one, he thought he was going to get the flag. The bull grabbed Mark Andrews from behind. The ref didn't throw the flag, and you can't challenge turnovers. You only get it was a missed call. But I think he knows because he's really not careless with the ball. Even the interceptions he had against the Browns were more because we were down, not because that was bad decisions. It was more like, okay, it was a bad decision, but we got to come back. Like, I can't, let's dump it down. No, we got to score, then try to get an onside kick and then score again. And I think that's what, but, I think he'll bounce back, though. I think it's the Bengals. I know they're going to come to play, though, because it's the Ravens. Just like if we was vice versa, we were 0-5 and the Bengals were 5-0, we going to come to play. We going to want to beat them. So I think it'll be a good game, but I think he should bounce back, though.
I got one more. Minshew. Against the Saints, he had a great game. He had to play a little comeback football last week, but he still ended up having a great game. My question is though, now you're playing the Saints team that's going through pretty much the same thing that y'all are going through.
Yeah.
By losing Drew Brees, Gardner probably didn't think he'd be playing right now, to be
No.
honest, especially with Nick Foles coming in.
Him or Teddy Bridgewater.
Definitely.
Shout out to Teddy Bridgewater. He be doing his thing.
Yeah, I like Teddy.
Yeah,
I like
that's
it.
my man.
But will Minshew get this W this week? Not even more like it's more so will he get the team one over fantasy for that question, because it's like I know that last game hurt because like I saw him leave the field and I was like, yo, I know he wanted that one. So let's see if Gardner gets his dub and good fantasy value for y'all this week. Yeah, rookies on the rise. Rookies on the rise.
DK Metcalf.
Yeah, DK, but he's on a bye week this week, so please don't pick him up. Josh Jacobs, definitely a good rookie on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he's on a bye this week, but I had a feeling they were gonna win. I swear, man, just like primetime games, when they go over to England, things change too, as well over there. So they got the win, but yeah, moving on. Running backs, running edge, we already named a couple, but got to shout out Matt Breida on Monday night.
Yeah.
First play from the gate, man. Took it to the crib. It was about 83 yards. And then he got a receiving touchdown on top of that. He was killing it on the MVP job for FanDuel.
For me, I'm going to give y'all my running back, Mark Ingram. Just he been killing all year doing this thing. I think he's like number 3 in rushing. Consistent. But they're playing the Bengals defense. 3 out of the 5 games, they've given up over 200 rushing yards to running backs that's averaging over 6 yards a carry. So, yeah, that's just, we like to run the ball, so I would definitely, that's a running back running this right there.
All right, let's get it. Dalvin Cook, we already said it. Tough matchup against the Birds, but Dalvin Cook, man, he's been doing it all year, too.
Yeah.
He's definitely up there. I think he's number 2. I know McCaffrey's like number 1,
number
right
2
now.
was Dalvin Cook, number 3 was his name. So so that's good.
That was about it, man. Whiteouts that was wilding real quick. We had Will Fuller that was wilding, Adam Thielen, DJ Shark, Michael Thomas, and Chris Godwin.
And what's his name was wilding too.
Who else? Who else you got? That's just
Amari Cooper.
That's just me, right?
Amari Cooper, he had like 40 fantasy points.
Oh yeah, you already know I'm gonna mention him. But yeah, Amari Cooper. Yeah, that's what's up. Last but not least, man, we're gonna get right into these picks real quick because we are limited time today.
Yeah, we are. Basically, we'll give you a couple, but we'll start it off with what game wants to go first? All right, Buccaneers, Panthers.
Oof. Buccaneers, Panthers. Yo,
NFC
South battle.
NFC South battle.
Yikes.
I'm gonna have to give it to.
Woo! I don't know, man. That would be the
one.
first one. I'll start off. I'm gonna go Panthers.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Panthers.
Yeah. I think it's tough for me, but I'm gonna go Bucks though. I
don't blame you.
I'm gonna go to Bucks. I'm gonna go to Bucks.
The evidence right there.
All right. So you can go off the next one. Which one do you want to go?
All right. Spitballing here. Let's just get it out of the way. We're gonna go Redskins, Miami. Another tough one.
This is another tough one.
For all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. I'm going to go to Redskins on this one. I think they pick up their first one this week.
They don't have a win either.
No.
Oh, snap. All right. I'll have some fun. I'm going to go Miami.
Man, I can't play. The Redskins are bad, too, so it's not even like that. Falcons, Arizona.
I'm going to be cracking up Miami against that. Falcons, Arizona. I like Kyler Murray, man. I'm going to go with the Falcons.
This is a weird week.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
This is a weird week. I'm going with the Falcons this week. They just been doing so bad, they have to get it done eventually.
Yeah, for real.
Good.
I'm going to go Houston's Chiefs. What you got?
Oh, my gosh.
We got to get the hard ones out of the way.
I'm going Houston. Just a Deshaun Watson fan. I'm a Pat Mahomes fan too, but I've been watching Deshaun Watson since freshman year in college. So.
I believe Deshaun Watson's going to have a great game, but I'm going to have to give it to the Chiefs.
I think this is the most split we've ever been.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's more fun that way.
Yeah, it is. But we're going to get to games where you're just not going to be split.
No, like Steelers-Chargers.
Yeah, Steelers-Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers because Steelers have no third-string quarterback. I think the Chargers lost last week too, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna bounce back. Definitely gonna bounce back.
Tennessee Broncos.
Oof. Dang. Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee needs this game.
Yeah, I'm going Tennessee too.
Go Tennessee, man. All right, let's go Seattle Browns.
I'm going Seattle.
Right.
Baker Mayfield.
I just don't like the Browns.
I don't like them either.
Because y'all were hype, man.
Yeah,
so
too
much
hype.
hype and no results.
Cowboys Jets.
Cowboys, Jets. Cowboys is Cowboys. Ugh. Cowgirls. It's like taking a bad shot.
I'm going to Cowboys too, but I'm going to say this though.
Speak on it.
I think Sam Darnold. I think they're going to rally when Sam Darnold come back. So I'm going with the. I'm going with the Cowboys.
I honestly
watch
hope
out
the
for
Jets win though.
Yeah, I do too.
My branding is like.
We don't have to come in, so let's get it. Rams Seahawks. I mean Rams Francisco.
Ooh.
I'm going to Rams on this one.
I like what the 49ers did, but yeah, y'all probably will catch y'all first. Nah, I'm going to Niners, man. I'm going to Niners. All right. Birds, Broncos. Or, yo, bro, I am so sorry for today.
Birds,
Minnesota.
Oh,
I
this
said
is a
Birds,
tough one for me.
Broncos.
This is a tough one. I'm going Minnesota just because you did that.
What's the next one?
Saints and Jaguars.
We did that one already.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. Oh, no, we talked about it in the quarterback question.
I picked against the Saints the last 3 weeks in a row, and I'm picking against them again, Jaguars, baby. Gardner Minshew. You know me, Gardner Cashew. Let's get it. That's another good one. Green Bay and the Lions.
Dang.
I'm going
Green Bay. Even though the Lions are coming off the bye, Green Bay is just really hot right now. So.
And then the last but not least is the Bengals versus the Ravens. You know what I'm going. I'm going to answer that.
The Ravens.
And this is it for DFS Stats.
That's it for this week. That was my line.
Oh, well, guess what? I took it. You know what I mean?
Nah, thank y'all, man. Really appreciate it. Again, this was on the fly. It will not be like this in the future, but we had to get this video out there.
We did.
So, we love y'all.
Hey.
DFS, Stats and Facts. And we have